the sunshine in the day.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another vlog. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing kind of what our last week looked like in 2022. I am so excited to start the new year, so if you are seeing this, Happy New Year! I cannot believe it's already here. It's crazy how fast time flies, and especially crazy how fast the Christmas season kind of just comes and goes. And I thought I would kind of share with you the days kind of in between Christmas and New Year's and what that looks like for us. It was very, very slowly lived, and we just had a great time. So I thought I would just take you along with us as we do a lot of just honestly homemaking, some cooking, baking, some fun little outings with the kiddos and things like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into today's video.
Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade.
So the first part of the day here, I honestly just kind of cleaned out this cupboard and made room for my daughter's new tea set. For myself personally, I kind of have this unspoken rule for myself, especially with kitchen items, that whatever comes in, I had to kind of take something out. So that way I'm not dealing with a whole bunch of excess clutter. So I was able to clean this out, and then this is actually the tea set that we got for her for Christmas, and we were able to already use it multiple times. So it's fun that it has its own little place now, and she definitely loves the fact that her tea set has a home in the kitchen. I've honestly really come to the point in my life where I just love the days after Christmas. I of course love Christmas Day, but there's just something about the days that follow that, yes, sometimes I can get very overwhelmed because there's a lot of like actual Christmas mess to clean up, but I also learned to kind of just cherish it a little bit more, as far as like just embrace it and not try to pick it up like the same day, if that makes sense. So I wasn't really worrying about doing cleaning this day. I was honestly just watching the kids play with their Christmas things and then doing the basic like cooking and things like that. But overall, the first day here, which was right after Christmas, or the day after Christmas, was just very, very relaxed and just really, really nice. One of the things that I do try to do is if you saw earlier in the video, is I like to bake my eggshells and kind of store them in jars. That way I can use them on my garden in the spring, or will be using them for my garden in the spring anyway. And then of course we went through and made one of our favorite easy lunches. I love doing this lunch. I actually do it probably, I don't know, maybe twice a week, honestly, if we're all home or if my husband's working from home. Is I'll take kind of a head of lettuce and I'll chop it up and make just really simple classic salads, but then I'll take the larger like outside parts of the lettuce and make little lettuce wraps for the kids, so they're still getting a quote-unquote salad, so to speak. But typically in their little lettuce wrap, I'll put just maybe some tomatoes. I think in today's video I put some dressing and then some fish in there for them, and then my husband and I will enjoy a really, really big salad. I love making salads. And then we had some leftover drumsticks, or chicken I should say, in the fridge, so I was able to warm those up and then put those on the top for us. And then, as we mentioned before, these are one of my favorite things to make for the kiddos for lunch, and they love them. I think it's the simplicity of it, but they honestly they call them lettuce boats. And so they love eating lettuce boats, and they'll fill pretty much anything and everything in them. Sometimes they'll do rice, sometimes they'll do like little chicken. It just depends on the day. And the only actual Christmas, like actual cleaning I did, is I was starting to take down some of the actual ornaments, but I left the tree up for a couple more days. So yep, that was the end of the first day.
There's something in the air.
So the next day was definitely very, very rainy, and I love it. Like, we love rainy days, especially in the summer, but really honestly all year round. I'll take a rainy day any day. Anyway, we went to a local town near us and we spent quite a bit of time. This is one of our favorite little convenience stores. I love it. I typically get probably 80% of my Christmas things from this little store. It's actually not little, it's huge. But it's just a variety store, and they have pretty much anything and everything you could ever want. And this is just like the actual kids' toy section, but they have like little market section, housewares, a decor section. It's really, yeah, it's a convenience store, and it's so much fun. The kids love going here, and we do frequent it quite often, so they love this. And then after we spent, we probably spent almost 2 hours in the store. It was just so much fun looking at all the little things. We ended up going to a little local cafe, or I should say a local coffee shop that was within like a boutique. So that was fun to kind of support some smaller businesses. The kiddos had some Christmas money, so they had so much fun kind of shopping and picking out what they wanted. And yeah, it was just a really, really fun experience. And yeah, a great activity to do on a rainy day.
Easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel.
this is in that little coffee shop that I was telling you about earlier. It's actually a boutique or a little antique store. It's a little bit of mix of everything. It's not only a little cafe with like sandwiches and coffee, but it's also kind of like clothing, housewares, antiques, like there's new housewares as well. And there's also some local food products, some food items, and it's just overall a really, really cute store. So this was a really, really fun one to visit. I have been here before, but it was fun to take the kiddos because I don't think the kiddos have ever been in here. So it was fun to kind of sit down together and just kind of, enjoy the rainy afternoon.
Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond no.
So on for the next day, I typically do try to get ready every single morning. It just really helps me feel more productive. I don't know how or why that works, but it really does work for me personally, is to just feel more put together, and it gives me a really good start to the day. And like I said, just feel overall more productive. And that's honestly also kind of why I do make my bed every morning as well. There's something about it that really helps the day kind of just jumpstart to a really good start, if that makes sense. So I always do try to make my bed in the morning as well. And then of course after I do, it's always like my little people's, it's like their favorite place to hang out during the day as well. So I love it. It is really, really sweet, and I love these moments.
You've been waiting. I'm the one looking for.
So while the two oldest are playing, me and Maddie are going to make some applesauce muffins. I love this recipe. I'll have it linked down below, but they are amazing. They're one of our favorite breakfast things to make, and sometimes I'll put some different varieties in them, like blueberries or oatmeal, to make them even more filling and things like that for the kiddos. It depends on the day and what we're doing, and like I said, I'll use them for snacks as well. And today we actually did a triple batch because just as a heads up, the recipe that I do follow is very small. It only makes about 6 medium-sized muffins. And so for us, when I do get all the baking things out, even though I bake pretty often, I do like to have more than just one for everybody if I'm gonna go through the mess anyway. So anyway, Maddie was my helper today, and she had a ton of fun doing it. The beaters, get these all cleaned up.
Despair in the giving we receive. Show me how you there, gratefully and humbly I give you everything and all that.
So this space was honestly the biggest project of the week. I have not touched it in 2 weeks, or really since we've been on Christmas break in our homeschool. And so yeah, today was definitely a huge undertaking of getting this done, but I wanted it to get done for the new year so we can get ready and get back to our routine. Anyways, this little Woodlands Play Money set, my kiddos have been playing with this nonstop. They play store with it, and they use our little kind of learning resources cash register, and they use them in kind of like combination with each other. But they've had a ton of fun, so I wanted to share that with you as far as some of the new things that we got for Christmas. Another item that we did get for Christmas that my 2-year-old has been playing with nonstop is this little magnetic fruit kit. She has quite literally taken it with her everywhere. She loves it. And then after I got the actual floor cleaned up, my next big project was tackling the actual table, or the smooth surface of the room, I should say. For some reason, the tables always gather the most, so that took a while to get that cleared out. And then in between cleaning and picking up and everything in the playroom, I of course was feeding the baby, and also reminding myself that it's okay to not multitask by feeding the baby and cleaning at the same time. I'm trying to get better at doing that. I am really trying to just, when it comes to feeding her, just feeding her, if that makes sense. So And then, but by doing that, as you can tell, there's a lot of things that get taken out in the process because I hadn't had a chance to like get them off of the floor yet. So that was fun, but overall we are able to accomplish everything that we needed to as far as getting this room ready for the new year.
Open up the heavens.
So for this night's dinner, I ended up making just a one-pan dinner. I do this all the time. It's so easy and simple, and I love using our large cast iron skillet for pretty much every dinner, if at all possible anyway. But tonight I was just doing sweet potatoes, ground turkey, and then sun-dried tomatoes and olives, and then I sauteed all that up together. I seasoned it and then let the actual potatoes cook mostly through, and then I added some more coconut oil and kind of just let it crisp up a little bit in the oven, and it was delicious and filling, and it's definitely very kid-friendly, and my kids love it as well.
We call on you, Lord, come and meet us today, here and now. Have your way. Open up the heavens, come rain down your presence. We know there's more, so much more, here and now. We call on you, Lord, come and meet us today, here and now. Have your way.
Where's the octopus?
Open up the heavens, come rain down your presence. We know there's more, there is so much more. Open up the heavens, come rain down your presence. We know there's more, there is so much more. So pour your spirit out, pour your spirit out, pour your spirit out.
So on the last day here, we went over to my Grammy's house for a little bit. We weren't able to go the week before, so it was fun to kind of spend some one-on-one time with her, and the kiddos always love looking at just her tree and all the ornaments on there and everything like that. So that was the last day, but I want to thank you guys for being here and for watching today's video. I really appreciate every single one of you, and again, Happy New Year. I'm excited to be sharing with you my 2023 kind of goals and our homeschool changes or updates in an upcoming video. But until then, I hope you have a great week, and God bless. Bye.
Call